Do you want to master phonics? Have you got a child at home who's learning phonics at school and you'd like to help them? Or are you learning English as a second language and need to learn phonics? Then you're in the right place. I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about the basics of phonics. My name is Mrs. Honey and I'm a fully qualified primary school teacher. Let's get started with the alphabet sounds. There are 26 letters in the alphabet and they all make different sounds. The first letter is the letter A. A makes the sound A. A for apple. A, apple. The next letter is the letter B. B makes the sound B. B for ball. B, ball. The next letter is the letter C. C makes the sound K. K for cat. K, cat. The next letter is the letter D. And D makes the sound D. D for drum. D, drum. The next letter is the letter E. And E makes the sound E. E for egg. E, egg. The next letter is the letter G. And G makes the sound G. G for gorilla. G, gorilla. The next letter is the letter H. And H makes the sound H. So you're just breathing out air and say it's for hat. Hat. The next letter is the letter I. And I makes the sound I. I for iguana. I, iguana. The next letter is the letter J. And J makes the sound J. J for juice. The next letter is the letter K. And K makes the sound K. K is for koala. Next we've got L. L makes the sound L. L for lemon. The next letter is M. And M makes the sound M. M for monkey. The next letter is N. N makes the sound N. N for nose. The next letter is letter O. And O makes the sound O. O for octopus. O, octopus. The next letter is letter P. And P makes the sound P. P for panda. P, panda. The next letter is letter Q. And Q makes the sound Qu. Qu for queen. Qu, queen. And our next letter is R. And R makes the sound R. R for rocket. R, rocket. Next we've got the letter S. And S makes the sound S. S for snake. Snake. The next letter is T. And T makes the sound T. T for tennis. T, tennis. The next letter is the letter U. And that letter makes the sound A. A for umbrella. A, umbrella. Our next letter is the letter V, and V makes the sound V. You put your teeth on your lips, and while you're making that sound, it should be a little bit tickly on your lips. It's vibrating on your lips if you say that sound. V. And V is for van. V, van. The next letter is letter W. W makes the sound W. W for wind. A lot of people say W, although actually if you break down the word, it just makes the sound W. W for wind. Our next letter is letter X, and X makes the sound X, just like in the word box. There is the X sound at the end, box. And the last letter of the alphabet is Z, and Z makes the sound Z. Z for zebra. Z, zebra. All the sounds we've just been through, they're called phonemes. So that is when one letter makes one sound. The next set of sounds we'll be going through are called digraphs. And this is when there is two letters that make one sound. So for example, if you've got the letter C and the letter H and they are next to each other, they no longer make the sound K and H. When they're right next to each other, they make a new sound. They're a new digraph and they make the sound Ch. I always tell my students that C and H, they're really good friends. And when they come together, they can do some magic. And this is why they make a new magic sound. The sound Ch, like in cheese. Ch, cheese. The next digraph is S and H. And when those two letters come together, they make the sound sh. Sh for ship. The next digraph we'll be talking about is T and H. Now this digraph actually has two versions of its new sound. So the first one is a soft sound, and that sounds like this. You put your tongue at the top of your teeth like this and blow out air. And this is the soft sound, like in the number 3. 3. And there is also another version of this digraph, and that makes a harder sound, like th. For example, in the word brother, you've got the TH and it makes the th sound. Brother. Our next digraph is N and G, and when they add together, they make the sound ng. Ng. Ng for strong. This digraph, E and E, makes the sound E. It's just a long E sound. For example, in the word bee. There is also another digraph that makes the sound E, and that is with the spelling EA. That also has a long E sound, for example, in the word see. The next digraph makes the sound A, and this can actually be spelled in two different ways. So we can have AI and we can have AY. Both of these digraphs make the sound A. So we've got A as in rain, and we've got A as in play. Our next digraph sound is the sound O, as if you see something and you go O. And that can be spelt in two different ways again. So we've got O and A, that makes the sound O. And we've also got OW, that also makes the sound O. So OA is for goat and OW could be for snow. Both make the exact same sound. Our next digraph is the OO sound, and that makes two different sounds again. It could either make a short sound, which is or it could make a longer sound, which is oo. So you've got and oo. Could be for book, and oo, like in the word zoo. There will be a video where I'll be teaching you when this sound is a sound and when it's the oo sound. So keep looking out for that. Then we've got the digraph qu. Q and U make the sound qu, as in quiz. Our next digraph is A and R. They make the sound R, as in car. Our next digraph makes the sound or, and that can be spelled in two different ways again. So it could be OR, which makes the sound or, as in the word book, or it could be spelled AW, which makes the sound or, as in yawn or yawn. The next digraph, which makes the sound has actually got 3 different spellings. And I will be making a video about this as well, just about this digraph, because that is so tricky. So we've got the spelling IR, that makes the sound as in the word girl. Or we can have it the spelling UR, as in the word surf. Or it can be spelt ER, like in the word mixer. So these 3 different looking digraphs actually all make the sound The next digraph is I and E, and when they come together they make the sound I, as in the word pie. The next digraph sound is ow. That can be spelled in 2 different ways again. So that could be OU, as in the word house, ow for house. Or it could be OW, as in the word cow. So both those different spellings make the sound ow. The next digraph sound is the sound oi. There is 2 spellings again. So we've got OI, that makes the sound oi, as in the word coin. Or we can spell it OY, and that also makes the sound oi, like in the word boy. The next digraph is U and E, and that makes the sound U, as in the word barbecue. The next digraph is PH. When they come together, they make the sound sounds the same as the phoneme F we learned earlier. That also makes the sound. Our last digraph is the digraph W and H. When they come together, they make the sound W, as in the word whale. A lot of people say W, although actually if you break down the word, it just makes the sound W. All those digraphs I've just shown you are the main ones in the English language. The next set of sounds we'll be talking about are called trigraphs. And this is when there is 3 letters that come together and they make one new sound. So for example, we've got I, G and H. If those 3 letters come together, they make the new sound I, like in the word high. So for my students, I would say those 3 letters are best friends, and when they come together, they make one new sound. Then we've got a trigraph that's E, A and R, and that makes the sound ear, like in the word here. The next digraph is spelt U-R-E, and that makes the sound your, like in the word cure. Next, we've got the trigraph I-R-E, and that makes the sound ire, like in the word fire. Our last trigraph sound is the sound air, and that's got two different spellings. We've got A-I-R, that makes the sound air, like in the word hair, or we can spell it A-R-E, that also makes the sound air, as in the word share. The next set of sounds we'll be talking about are called split digraphs. That is when there is two letters that make one sound. However, those two letters are split. They're not right next to each other and there is another letter in between them. For split digraphs, I tell my students that they have to be spies and look out for those cheeky digraphs who are actually trying to trick them by being not right next to each other. The first split digraph we're going to be talking about is A and E, and they make the sound A, like in the word cake. Next, we've got an E and E split digraph, and that makes the sound E, like in the word even. Our next split digraph is I and E, and that makes the sound I, like in the word trike. And then we've got a split digraph O and E, that makes the sound O, like in the word home. Our last split digraph has got two different sounds. So it's the split digraph U and E, and sometimes in some words that sound is U, as in the word perfume. It makes the sound U, and sometimes U and E makes the sound oo, as in the word flute. This is all we're going to be covering for today. I will be making more videos in future about those difficult sounds, especially those that have multiple spellings or different pronunciations. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss them. For a fun phonics chant, click on this video next to help you memorize the sounds of the alphabet. Hopefully see you again soon. Bye.